Hi everyone, my name is Cheryl. Welcome to my Happy Handcraft Studio. I love winter. I love the blue sky. I love the snow falling. I love the coziness of the house and the feeling that I really have nothing that I need to do except stitch and sew and read. Love winter. Now for some of you, summer is your season right now. I wish you all the happy days that summer provides. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about Jingle Ball and then what whips I've been working on, what my plan is for 2025. I have a fair number of sewing projects to share and a few books. So first of all, Jingle Ball. I registered for Jeanette Douglas's class, and it was for the little mini sampler that had specialty stitches. And so this is what I completed. Now Judy's going to be mad, Judy the City Stitcher, because I did not do the very first border. I came late to the session and I was just looking forward to having this done. And so I really did enjoy making it, and it's finished and ready to hang on a tree or put in a bowl. So if you don't know, one of Jeanette Douglas's helpers is Judy the City Stitcher, and she was a really good helper. I was happy to see her there, considering that I don't get to see her on Flosstube anymore, but I hope she has a New Year's resolution about sharing again. So we'll just have to see what 2025 brings. I didn't take part in any chats at the Jingle Ball. You know, sometimes you're just in a mood where you just want to do your own thing and stitch. And so I did stitching. I finished this basically that weekend, and so that was great. I did go to the shop area and I found this great freebie from Tiny Modernist called Foxy Snow Globe. I think that is really cute. I hope to do that for next year. And then I went to, on Tiny Modernist, this is one that I did purchase, Winter Deer. If you've been around a while, you know I love my deer ornaments for my Christmas tree. And then I also went to Satsuma Street, and I love this piece. So, some things to consider for 2025. So I think I'll show you a few other things that I finished. Now, some of these I did finish before we moved, but I forgot to show them last time. So some of the things that I finished were this Baubles Galore. Baubles Galore is from Peppermint Purple. So it's a mixture of cross stitch and black work. And the threads that I used were what I had remaining from my Carolyn Manning watermelon tourmaline pillow. So I'll have to maybe display those together somehow. I have purchased the frame, I just don't have it in it yet. So maybe by next time this will be fully finished. I do have a fully finished piece, and that is Simplicity Vintage. So this was my birthday start in 2023, and I've got it finished. And I'm happy with how that turned out. Simplicity Vintage is a dimensions kit, and it's on a 14 count white Aida. So as soon as the Christmas season is over, I can put that on my back shelf in my sewing studio. Okay, so December stitching. I really wanted to work on Christmas things. And so the one that I was working on the most at the beginning of December was this Merry Christmas from Durene Jones. So this is where I'm at. And if you look at the picture, I will soon just have the border to do. I have a little bit more snow. Well, I have the snowman, which will be a lot of white. Snowman, some trees, and then the border. So this one, I'm really hoping to get done in the next month or so. So this one is, the DMC is called for. This is a even weave in a khaki color, but I'm not sure just where it's from. It was a donated piece. And so for most of December, that's what I worked on. But I do love some new starts right around Christmas. And so Christmas Day, I started Santa Brought a Christmas Gift. So this is by Owl Stitching House. It was a PDF that I got on Etsy. And the piece that I'm working on is right there. And it's on a 32 count slate blue Lugana. And I'm using the called for DMC. So I have figured out just how big it is. And I was really happy working on this. I think, you know, maybe I'll try to do a house a month. That would probably be a good plan. So I worked on that probably, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then I decided, it's almost like a full coverage, I need something quick. And so I found, I think I showed this in the last video, that this was a possibility. I was going to work on this poinsettia ornament, and I got really good progress on it. Now this is on a plastic canvas, and I worked on this like hours every day. I loved it, but it did kind of make my fingers sore working through that canvas. But I can see where this will be done, hopefully by the next time we have a video. So happy with that. Oh, I forgot, I have another finish. Not fully finished, but a finish. And this is my 52 book reading tracker. This is by Stitching Cabin. Again, I got it on Etsy. And it's on a 32 count gray Lugana. And I just sort of chose my own DMC colors. So I did manage 55 books this year, which I think is great. That was more than what I had expected with the move, but I have been listening to audiobooks in my sewing room, so that's really helped get more books read. So I found out that I've been reading a lot of historical, contemporary, and mystery. Very, very few memoir, nonfiction, fantasy, and romance. Those weren't high on my list, but I did get a little bit of variety in there. So the next thing I'll do is I'll show you my chart. So I'll show you the chart that I use to keep myself organized on my projects. And this is where I make up my goals for 2025. So having 4 pieces still from 2022, these 4 are my priorities for 2025. I would like these completed and moving on to other things. I have one still from 2023, and then I have these four from 2024, and I'm not concerned about these at all. Joyful Floral is small, 324. I love working on every month. And then these are the two that I just started in December. When I got my pieces out here, I know why these ones are taking so long. It's because they are huge. I had to go and get big boards just to show them. So, first of all, Queen Elizabeth II in Her Coronation Dress. This is by Teresa Gil, and it's on a 28 count blue cashel. So this is a priority for this year. I've put her on my whip go board, I think 4 times. And then the next one I want to work on, and it's Hoity Toity by Long Dog Samplers. And this one I'm getting really close to being finished. I've got a border here. So if we look at it, there's the border at the bottom. Now it is full coverage, so it'll take a while, but the end is in sight. So I'm using the called for colors for this, and it's on a 32 count antique white Lugana. Again, I think that's on whip go 4 times. Next one is Happy Mood Point. Looks like this. And this was from an Etsy shop called SS089 Sampler Quaker. Excuse me. And I've kind of lost love for this one. Now, you can see the size of it. I might measure and see what would fit best into like a 16 by 20 frame, and then just stop wherever that is. I think I could, you know, stop maybe after 3. We'll see. I might fall in love with it again. I think with moving to a new home and seeing where the wall space is, kind of changes your mind about just what you want to have up. Again, on my whip go. And then the last one, oh, did I get all the 2023 or 2022? Hoity Toity Merry Christmas from Durene Jones I showed you because I'm working on that one. And that one is close to being done. So I'm in good shape for a lot of those. My 2023 piece that I still have is Kingdom of Books. And this is, I got the pattern on Etsy. It's on a 32 count Belfast Linen in Mocha. And this is really just a very beginning part. I've got lots to do on either side. And so this again will be on my whip go, I think 4 times. I started that January 1st, 2023, so it's time for that one to get more work. Also, so now I'm into my 2024 starts, and I have 324, Works by ABC, Arlene, Cohen. I'm using the called for DMC, all 324 colors, and I'm making really good progress. I do a section every month, so I have just January and February left. So I'm making really good progress on this one. In 2 months, this one will be finished. And then next one from 2024 is Joyful Floral. This was a birthday start. It's a dimensions kit. And I did change from the Ada that was included to a navy Lugana in 28 count. Now this one isn't huge, so I'm hoping to make good progress on that one as well. Okay, so I think that is basically my whip parade, because I'll also have Santa brought a Christmas gift, which I showed you, and the poinsettia ornament. So for 2025, I have a New Year's start, and that is Sahara Flowers by Vivster, and I'll put a picture up here. And I'm excited to have that one on the go. I have my stitching book. When it comes to recording stitching, I'm minimal. I have had bigger books, and basically I just need to write down how many stitches I'm doing. I have a place to kind of coordinate things. So this is WhipGo, and the WhipGo pieces are the pieces that I still have on my board. So anything from 2024 that that sort of needs time, I have on here. I didn't put 324. I didn't put the poinsettia ornament because those will be quick enough. And then Bringo. Again, I tried to, as much as possible, put on the bigger pieces: Kingdom of Books, Joyful Floral, Happy Mood Point, Kingdom of Books. So all of those, try to get those with more progress. The only one I had trouble with is there needs to be a magazine start. I don't have anything that's a magazine start. The only thing I have kitted up is this piece. It's called Fracture, and it's from the 1991 Cross Stitch magazine, January, February 1991. I do really like this piece, and it is definitely one that I want to do in the next while. But I had told myself that for the next while, when I finish a big piece, I'm going to add a small piece in, so, or a medium size. So when I finish something now, I want to find something that can be completed in, a few days or months, kind of thing. So it'll all depend on when 5 is called. If 5 is called and I've managed to finish up some things, I might start Fracture. If I'm not feeling it, I will look at some magazines that I have for like Christmas ornaments, something like that, and find something from there. So yeah, this is my book. When I start the month, I just make very basic notes. What's WhipGo? I'll have a New Year's start, and I'll have Bringo. So I'll have all my Bringo pieces here. I haven't decided on any kind of numbers for WhipGo or for Bringo. For WhipGo before, I did like 500 stitches. I wanted 500 stitches before I put it away, but we'll see. I might just divide the month in half. First half will get the first number, second half will get the second, and we'll see just how many stitches I can get. I'll have to look and see if Bringo has a specific number of stitches you're supposed to put in. We'll see. All right, so that is my stitching. I am really looking forward to it. I have lots of projects that I love to work on. I'm eager to get some of my past projects fully finished so that I can show you those. So what else have I been working on? So got my sewing room all set up, so I really wanted to make things. And the first things that I made were things for charity sales. So I have the Ujamagramma fabric Bags, Babies, and Beyond. That'll be in October next year. And my Quilt Guild in Camrose also has some charity sewing, so I'll have to do double now, which works for me. So first thing that I made were phone stands. This is the one that I made for my sewing studio, and it works great to hold your phone. I did this one in of course pink print that was kind of a border print. Really happy with that. I made my husband one, and then I also made these two. Plus I made one with really pretty daisies on it that's just been taken out of the house to be given as a gift. So these are, they're so great. It's like, especially in my sewing studio, there's so many places to put a phone down and then cover it up. So having the phone stand in one place and putting the phone on the stand has really been successful. So I'm going to make many more of those. I also made snap pouches, and I'll link in my description box the YouTube that I used for this. So this one has llamas on it. These are the ones with the measuring tape in it, so that it really does, this one's hard to get into. And there's a nice lining. So there's that one. I love this color combination. And that. And then this one is pretty too. Just to put whatever you want in there. I never tell people what to put in pouches because everybody has their own idea. So 3 of those. And then I made some snap trays. So a snap tray has these little snaps. So they're great for travel. So for example, this is a knitting one. You could put this in your knitting bag flat. And then if you're knitting with friends or knitting in the living room, you can just take it out, snap the corners, and then you have a little container for your sewing tools or your knitting tools. So I made this one for a knitting person. This one is just for people who like pink. You know, like this. This could be a nice little gift set for someone. And again, could be a gift set. Doesn't have to be. Then I had a panel with sort of motivational sayings, and so I used those inside the snap tray. So there's the one with the wolf, one with a deer, and one with a bear. I have one upstairs that I use. It's what I throw my keys into. It's a really nice little soft place for them to land. So that's what I've been making for charity. And then finally, I've started a quilt for myself. And this will come as no surprise. It's this pattern called the Red Tree, and it's Said with Love Charm Collective. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's an Australian company, saidwithlove.com. So there's the link down there, and I have it up on my design wall. I'll insert a picture here, and you know, it's really great to work on a Christmas quilt or a seasonal quilt during the season. I'm really enjoying it. And the colors are making me very happy. This was a kit that I picked up at the Ujama Grandma Fabric and Yarn sale. And I didn't realize when I picked it up that most of the fabrics are the ones that are actually in the original pattern. So, hey, who knew? So I'm excited about that. So with books I did manage to get my 52 books in, plus that's always a goal. Book a week sounds good to me. I have joined the library. It's a great library, lots of good books, lots of access to great books. And one of the books that I picked up that I'll recommend was Winter Solstice by Elin Hildebrandt. They have a display of winter books, and so I picked it up. It was right near the solstice, and it was great. It's a family saga, family book. And what I didn't realize when I picked it up, it's the last of a series of 4. And so it's the one I think that really ties everything together. And it was lovely. It was just the kind of a read that you need during the Thanksgiving, Christmas season. It's great. All right, well, that is everything for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love to hear what your plans are for 2025. Are your plans only in cross stitch, or do you have sewing plans, travel plans, reading plans? I'm a planner. The planning is part of the fun, I think. So I'll be showing in the new year some of the other planning things that I've looked into this year, and I'll share those with you. Thanks, everyone. It's always great to have a visit. I'll see you in 2025. Bye-bye.